your assignment. And please let someone stand up and help me read the question. Someone stand up and read the question.
Okay. Find the distance measured along the meridian of the south pole.
Please keep quiet.
That's the second one.
That's the second one. What about the first one?
Two places A and B.
Okay.
Two places A and B on the Earth's surface, lying on the same meridian and having latitudes.
Wait. Lie on the same meridian. This is the globe. We have this as equator. We have north, south, 0 degree, west, lie on the same meridian. But the value of that meridian is not given, right? Okay, I can draw it here. Or here. Anyone? Okay, continue.
And having latitude of 75 degree north.
75 degree north and what again?
16 degree north.
15 degree and 75 degree, right?
Yes.
This is 75 degree north. 75 degree north. And this is 15 degree north. 15 degree north. So, the first point is here. And the second point is here. Now, when you look at these 2 points, the two of them are on the same meridian. And that meridian is a great circle. So if I want to join each point to the center, some are still making noise there. If you are not ready for this one, please leave. So you join this to the center, and this is R. Then you also join this to the center. And that is why we are going to use bigger to find the distance along this meridian. So in order to find the distance, we are going to take it as distance equals to theta over 360 times 2 pi bigger. Why is it bigger? The two of them are on the same meridian. And the next thing to get here is angular difference. Now to get the angular difference, I have explained that when you place your 2 fingers on this, you are going to use these 2 values to get the angular difference. And we have the 2 points on the same pole. One is 75 degree north, the other one is 15 degree north. So we are going to what? Subtract to get the angular difference. And it's going to be 75 minus 15, and that is what? 16. So if the angular difference is 16, so you can now come to this formula and write 60 all over 360 times 2 times. Do we have any value for pi there in the question? No. So let's use 22 over 7 times 6,400. So please let me multiply all the numerators together. 60 times 2 times 22 times 6,400. What do we have? What? What is the result? 16896. How many zeros? 3 zeros. All over product of 360 times 7 is 2520. Now divide. What do we have? 704. There's no point. 76 kilometers. Do we have degree of accuracy? No. Okay, so that's the solutions to the first one. Now let somebody stand up and read the second question for us.
Measured along a meridian of the South Pole from any point on the parallel of latitude.
Okay, now look at this. Look at this one. Please listen. We have, this is the globe, equator. We have north, south, 0 degree east. Then we have 0 degree. We have west. Please let me read the question again.
Find the distance measured along the meridian.
Meridian is not given, Abi. Okay, let me still have it here. Okay.
Meridian of the South Pole.
South Pole. South Pole is 90 degree north and 90 degree south.
From any point on the parallel of latitude 65 degrees south.
65 degrees south. This is 65 degrees south. 65 degrees south. Now it means that we are trying to find the distance between this and this. The two of them are still on the same meridian. And this is the center of this globe. You can join this to this. This one is already what? Radius. So we have this as bigger, bigger. Now, to find the distance. Distance is equal to theta over theta over 360 times 2 pi bigger. Now to get the angular difference is 90 minus 65. Let me write it here. Theta equals to 90 minus 65 degrees south minus 65 degrees south. And what is that? Or there's no need to put polar poles there. And that is what? 25 degrees. So we now do the substitution as 25 all over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7 times 6,400. What is the product of the numerators? 70, 40, 000. That's 1, 2, 3, 7,040,000, right? Okay, divide. Divide. 2,793.6. Now today I want to explain distances along the parallel of latitude and line of longitudes. You know, there are some questions that will give us about 3 points. That you just have to find the distance along the parallel of latitude, then find the distance along the line of longitude and add up the two. Now let's try this example. Let's try this example. Now right, an aeroplane flies due west. An aeroplane flies due west for 3 hours. An aeroplane flies due west for 3 hours from P. From P, this is point P. Lat 50 degree north, long 60 degree west. Lat 50 degree north, long 60 degree west. To a point Q. To a point Q at an average speed of 600 kilometers per hour. Full stop. Is that taking? The aeroplane then flies due south. The aeroplane then flies due south from Q. The aeroplane then flies due south from Q. From Q to a point Y. To a point Y. 500 kilometers. Plane then flies due south from Q to a point Y, 500 kilometers away. 500 kilometers away, full stop. Calculate to 3 significant figures. Calculate to 3 significant figures. A. Question A. The longitude of Q. The longitude of Q. Question B. The latitude of Y. The latitude of Y. Take another line, open the bracket. Take the radius of the Earth to be 6,400 kilometers. Take the radius of the Earth to be 6,400 kilometers. And pi equals 22/7. And pi equals 22/7. And pi equals 22/7. Close the bracket. Now this is the question. And now let me quickly interpret this question. we have an aeroplane fly due west for 3 hours from, let us locate that point P on the globe first. Now look at the interpretation. Now this is the globe. So this is the globe. We have these as polar axis. This is polar axis. This is the equator. You label it at 0 degrees. This is east. This is west. This is north and this is south. According to the question, we have lat 50 degree north. Even if this lat, LAT is not written here, you must know that it is latitude that will come first. Lat 50 degree north, locate it here. This is 50 degree north. We have 50 degree north. Then long 60 degree west. This is west. We have 60 degree west. 60 degree west. Now there is a point of intersection. We have latitude, we have longitude. The two lines now meet here. And this point is called what? P. This point is P that we have here. Now let's go back to the question, because after locating that point T, we have an aeroplane flies due west for 3 hours. From P, due west for 3 hours from P. This is P. And where, when you have P as this, west of P is here. So P, this is P, west of P is somewhere here. But it is just that the longitude of that Q is not given. But I can still draw it. I will draw it, despite the fact that it is not given. I will draw it here. I can label it as, this is point Q. But let me use gamma to represent it. I can use gamma. I don't want to use alpha, I don't want to use theta, because in the formula we already have theta and alpha as variable. Are you with me now? So that's why I use something like lambda to represent, it's just a sign, to represent the longitude. And the way it is drawn now, this is lambda degree west, because the thing is due west. Are you with me now? So, and let us go, okay, 3 hours. The aeroplane flies these 3 hours, for 3 hours, but we have the speed. Speed is 600 km per hour. When you look at this formula, we have distance equals to speed times time. We have been given that speed as 600 km per hour, but that aeroplane flies for 3 hours. It means that the distance is going to be 1,800 km. So this is 1,800 km. The distance between P and Q is 1,800 km. So if it is distance that is given in the question, you don't need to multiply that speed by 3. Is that taken? Yes, sir. Continues, we have the aeroplane then flies due south from Q. From Q, look at this. This is Q. Due south. That due south does not mean that it has crossed over to the South Pole. Due south start from here down. I can still put it here. There's no need to put it on that South Pole. If I put it here, if the diagram is wrong, my answer will tell me. Because if I put it here, and that latitude of which point is that? The top point, please check. Y. If the latitude of that Y is negative here, it means it has crossed over to this pole. What I'm trying to say is that for the fact that the thing now flies, the aeroplane flies due south from Q to Y, does not mean that it has crossed over to this South Pole. That south starts from here down. Is that taken out? So I can still put it here. Let the latitude of that Y be here. Okay, that is Y, right? Okay, this point is Y. Is point 1. But I want to use something else to represent this. Maybe you should use gamma. I use gamma to represent this. Okay? I don't want to use Y for this one, but let me use gamma to. But the way it is drawn now, it is gamma degree north. Gamma degree north. If I put this latitude here, I will write gamma degree south. Am I communicating? Now, but do we have the distance between Q and Y? Check your notes. Do we have the distance between Q and Y there? one is distance, you don't need to multiply by 3. What is given there is distance. If it is speed, then you must be given time that we now multiply by that speed to get the distance. So that one is 500 kilometers. We have 500 kilometers. That is distance between Q and Y is 500. So with this, you can now see that we have 3 points, P, Q, Y. But if you look at that first question, where we are asked to find the longitude of Q, don't say because we are asked to find the longitude of Q, and that longitude is a great circle that you are going to use theta over 360 times 2 pi bigger. No. Position of, we are looking for longitude of that Q. Position of this Q and P will determine the formula we are going to use them. When you look at this P and Q, the two of them are on the same latitude. And that latitude is a small circle. That is why if this question is given to you in your head and you fail to draw the diagram, everything is 0. No diagram, no mark. So you must first draw the diagram and locate all these points there. Now, P and Q lie on the same latitude, and that determines the formula. So since the two of them lie on the same latitude, that is small circle, and the formula is theta over 360 times 2 pi small r. Where small r is bigger cause alpha. Is that taken? So now we can now write this. Distance now we have distance PQ, distance PQ, now distance PQ equals to theta over 360 times 2 pi small r. So I believe you all know the reason why it is small r. What is the reason? The two of them lie on the same latitude. So we now change that small r to theta over 360 times 2 pi bigger cos alpha. Is that taken? Now after that, we need to get the angular difference. What is the angular difference? I can write the angular difference here. Look at P and Q. When you look at this now, my finger is on P as well as on Q. When you trace it down, these are the two values we are going to use to get the angular difference. But when you look at this diagram, you will know that this lambda is more than 16. Are you with me now? Yes. Because it's like I'm heading towards one. I told you that from Greenwich meridian to other one is 180 degree west. So this one is going to be lambda minus 16. Lambda minus 16. If this lambda is somewhere here now, I can say 16 minus lambda. Please take note of that. Lambda minus 16 will be the angular difference. Lambda minus 16. Okay? If that angular difference is lambda minus 16, then we need to get that alpha. Now alpha happens to be the common latitude to the two. This is the common latitude. And the two of them rest or lie on that 50 degree north. In fact, I can get this from this point. This is, let's assume that you are given this point and you want to find the radius of latitude. It is 50 you are going to use, 60. So alpha is what? Alpha is 50 degree north. But I don't really need that north. So with this, you can now do the substitution. Now, what is the distance PQ? It has been given to us there as what? 1,800. So you now put 1,800 here. That is why it is wrong for one to just state the formula as theta over 3 without writing distance is equals to. You can now see that this distance is what? 1,800. 1,800. Angular difference is lambda minus 60 all over 360 times 2 times what is given as pi in the question? 22 over 7 times 2 times 22 over 7 times 6,400 cos what is alpha? 15. Alpha is 15. So this is how to do this. Or if you can put this one inside the bracket, you can put this one inside that bracket. Then we have 1,800 equals to, you can multiply the two denominators together. 360 times 7 is 2520. Is 2520. Then we have these as lambda minus 16 times 2 times 22 times 6,400 times what is cos 50? 6428. Please don't make attempt to cut here. Use your calculator to multiply. Because if you want to cut it and in the process of this you make mistake, will be penalized. So use your calculator to perform this operation. Now, you cross multiply. 1,800 times 2520 is now equals to lambda minus 60 times, multiply all these 2 times 22 times 6,400 times 0.6428 for me. Let me multiply this. What is the value? 181,012.48. Now, what is the product of this one too? 4,536,000. 000, Abi. Please make sure you confirm this. Then equals to lambda minus 60 times 181,012.48. Now the next thing here is to divide both sides by 181,012.48 so that we can make this lambda minus 60 the subject of the formula. Now we have 4,536,000 all over 181,012.48 is now equals to lambda minus 6. Look at y and q. Look up. Look at y and q. Hello? Look up. That girl from Afro. Look at this position of q and y. The two of them are on the same what? Is it latitude or longitude? Longitude. And what is that longitude? It's a great circle. Abi? Although we are looking for latitude of y, but position of these 2 points, lie on, the 2 points lie on longitude. So that longitude is a great circle. So we are going to take it as this. Distance qy is equals to theta over 360 times 2 pi. Is it small r or bigger? Bigger. It's bigger because the two of them lie on the great circle. That meridian is a great circle. But what will be the angular difference? After getting this angular difference, then I will ask you to do that. Angular difference. Look at this. Look at the angular difference now. If you know it, raise up your hand. Oh yeah, tell us the answer.
Speak louder.
50 minus gamma. Is that the correct answer? Is it? Somebody said no.
Yes, sir.
Anybody with different answer? So that is the answer. Because this 50 here is more than this gamma. This 50 is more than this gamma. And the two of them lie on the same pole. It's going to be 50 minus gamma. So angular difference is 50 minus gamma. Now you have been given the distance here as what? 500. Please do the substitution and give me the answer. You have just 5 minutes to do that. Even that 5 minutes is too much for you. Oh yeah, quickly do the answer for me. If you are done, let me know. I need a girl to give me the answer. What? 40? Tell us the answer. What is your gamma? 45.5 degree north. Okay, let's wait for others too. I don't know the answer yet. What? Anybody, if you know it, stand up and tell us. Let us know you. Who is that? Stand up and tell us your own answer too. 45.5 degree north. So it means that the two answers are the same, Abby? Okay, that is the answer. 45.5 degree north. So you can now see that if you put your own y here, please look up. If you put your own y here on this south pole, your answer will be negative. If your answer is negative, you have to convert it back to what? Positive. It means that you have your answer here as negative, so you have to convert it back to what? Positive. Is that taken? Please make sure you work it on. Or do you still want me to work it on the board for you? You want me to work it on the board for you? Oh yeah, be fast and let me know whether you have gotten it or not. AGGS girl, have you gotten the answer? To work it on the board. Okay, let's do it on the board. Let's do it together now. So look up, look up. We have the 500. Distance is 500. 500 equals to angular difference is 50 minus gamma. You can put it inside the bracket. All over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7 times 6,400. That 6,400 is constant. Then we solve it. 500 is equals to, what is the product of 360 and 7? 25, 20. Now 50 minus gamma. What is the result of this? 2 times 22 times 6,400. 281, 600. You cross multiply. 500 times 25, 20 is equals to 50 minus gamma times 281, 600. What is the result of this one? 1, 2, 6, 0. How many zeros? 3 zeros. 126 000 is correct, Abby?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is equals to 50 minus gamma times 281 600. Now we have 126 000 all over 281 600 is equals to 50 minus gamma. Now divide. 4.4. Okay, 4. That is 4.5. 4.47. 4.5, I mean, degree is equals to 50 minus gamma. Now gamma is negative here. You can bring it in and get what? Positive. Gamma is equals to 50. Then take this 4.5 to this side, minus 4.5 degree. And what do we have? 45.5 degree. But you must put that boom. And that is what? Not. That is not. Is that taken? Yes. So that is how to go about this question. So I also have another one. I will still give you that example 2. Then after that, I will give you classwork today. I want to finish this longitude and latitude today. It remains other great circle roots. Okay, once we do that, there's no other thing on that longitude and latitude. So by tomorrow, we can now pick another important topic like bearing and distances, or probably circle geometry. Now, so let's write this question. Example 2. Example 2. 2 points. Example 2. 2 points P and Q. 2 points P and Q. Capital letter P and Q. On latitude 40 degrees south. 2 points P and Q. On latitude 40 degrees south are on longitude 15 degree west, are on longitude 15 degree west and 45 degree west respectively, and 45 degree west respectively. Full stop. Question A. Question A. Find the distance between P and Q. Find the distance between P and Q along their parallel of latitude. Find the distance between P and Q along their parallel of latitude, comma, correct to the nearest 100 kilometer. Correct to the nearest 100 kilometer. Question B. A third point M. A third point M, comma, is on the same longitude as Q. A third point M, comma, is on the same longitude as Q, but due north of it. But due north of it. Full stop. If the distance between Q and M is, 6,700 kilometers. If the distance between Q and M is 6,700 kilometers, 1. Number figure 1. Find the total time taken. Find the total time taken. Taken is T-A-K-E-N. Find the total time taken by an aircraft. Find the total time taken by an aircraft which flies at a constant. Find the total time taken by an aircraft which flies at a constant speed of 850 km per hour. At a constant speed of 850 km per hour from P to M via Q, via Q. Full stop. Roman figure 2. Roman figure 2. What is the latitude of M? What is the latitude of M to the nearest degree? What is the latitude of M to the nearest degree? Question mark. Take another line, open a bracket. Take pi equals 22 over 7. Take pi equals 22 over 7. And radius of the Earth. And radius of the Earth as 6,400 kilometers. And radius of the Earth as 6,400 kilometers. Close the brackets. Now this is the question. And everything there is 12 marks. If you know it, you can get all the 12 marks there. Okay? Now let me start by drawing the diagram, because you must draw the diagram for this type of question. Look at the diagram. Let me first draw the globe. Now this is the globe. Now we have these as polar axis. We have this as equator. This is 0 degree. We have east here. 0 degree west. We have north and we have south. Now from the question is 2 points P and Q on latitude 40 degrees south. 40 degrees south. This is south. We have 40 degrees south here. 40 degrees south. P and Q on latitude 40 degrees south are on longitude 15 degree west and 45 degree west. The first one is 15 degree west. 15 degree west. This is P. The second one is 45 degree west. 45 degree west, and that is what? Q. Now when you look at this is a latitude. The two of them lie on the same latitude. And that latitude is a small circle. Where is the center of this latitude? It is here. It's here on the polar, it's not the center of the Earth, Abi? So I can join this P to this. Abi? But the question continues. Find the distance between P and Q along their parallel of latitude. Yeah. You can easily find the distance. Distance PQ. Is that question A or question 1? A. Okay. Distance PQ along the. In fact, there's no need to write along the parallel of latitude. Once you write PQ, distance PQ is equal to theta over 3 times 2 pi small r. It shows that the two of them lie on the parallel of latitude. Theta over 360 times 2 pi small r. You all know the reason why it is small r is a small circle. Then you change this to theta over 360 times 2 pi big R cos alpha. Now to get the angular difference. Now what is the angular difference between this? Okay, that boy from Lishabi, angular difference. That boy from Lishabi, hello, I don't. between P and Q. Angular difference between P and Q. Why is it? Is it 30?
Yes, sir.
Okay, clap for him. It's 30. It's 30. Because the two of them lie on the same pole. West, 15 west, 45 west. So you are going to subtract. And we have 45 minus 15, and that is 30 degrees. So what is alpha? Alpha happens to be the common latitude. Are you from BGC, right? What is alpha? Alpha is 40. Good. Clap for her too. 40 degrees. Okay. Now you do the substitution. Theta 30 over 360 times 2 times. What is pi? The question. 20 over 7 times 6,400. What is cos alpha? What is alpha? 40. So now we have the product of 360 and 7 is 25, 20. 30 times 2 times 22 times 6,400. What is cos 40? 0.76. Okay? Multiply and divide. 2. 2,567.9. 9 what? 92. But do you have degree of accuracy in that question? What is that? So, nearest 100. What is the answer of the nearest 100?